G'day guys, it's Jayden from Paracult and welcome to top 10 crazy paranormal evidence that we have captured so far. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing or watching our previous videos and then making that judgment for yourself. It's completely up to you. We're not forcing you to do it. You know, if you like it, just do it, simple as that. And if you're not new here, welcome back. It's always good to see a familiar face. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the whole, boring intro and talking about why I decided to do this. I'm gonna just get straight into it. All the videos that you are seeing are actually accessible to watch the full episodes on our YouTube channel, so feel free to go over to them and give them a watch. Actually, there's one video that we haven't released yet, but it's gonna be in this video because it's really cool to not show. We are going all the way back to the beginning, and that is at Lever's Hotel. Lever's Hotel was already a crazy place to be at. Before we even started filming, things were happening. And as soon as we started filming, more things were happening. But there was a few highlights of the night, and this is one of them. Can you move away from it?
Can you feel me?
Whoa!
Oh, holy shit.
Can you feel me, it said. Can you move away from it if that's okay? Move away from it.
Wow. That was good.
Can you touch it again for us?
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Were you the one talking to us before? When we set this equipment up? Can you touch that aerial? Phantom.
Those
And the K2!
Yeah, no, I've been getting the K2 this whole time. It's in this shot.
When this happened, you can clearly see how excited we all were. We walked away from that place and we kept on talking about the REM pod. Despite all the other activity that we had, that was our main focus, was the REM pod, and we were so excited. Number 2 is also back at the beginning. This is at the infamous Geelong jail. Now keep in mind, we ran through a very small ghost tour there before we even started filming. However, we weren't exactly paying attention. We got to the gallows and I was already feeling pretty crap, and then all of a sudden, a name came through. You know what, just standing here, it makes you feel like you actually have, like when you stand right here, this is literally a spot where people got hung. You can, if you stand here, you can feel how sad and angry and just every single emotion, and your head starts to get a migraine or a headache.
Do you know what? This spot right here would be the last words they say to me.
Literally.
Yeah.
The last. Tom. You can watch the entire episode on our YouTube channel if you really want to. There is a lot more that happened in that video, but that was the one thing that took us by surprise, because literally after we finished the investigation, we didn't tell anybody that we got the name Tom, and we had no idea that Thomas Maynard was the person that got hung there, and the last person to get hung there, and happens to be the most infamous person that actually got hung there. That's why we were just not in shock when we heard the name Tom. We were like, okay, cool, no worries. And then we just kept on going. But then afterwards, through the editing process, I called up everyone and I'm like, did you know this? It was wild. Number 3, this is one of our most recent videos that we actually have released. This was in a suburb called Adelaide Lead, and this is the most haunted town that we've actually been to. Now, we've been on a lot of investigations. I've been on, if not hundreds myself. Mate, when I tell you that we've never heard anything like this before, believe me, we've never heard anything like this before. Just hoping that camera's picking up the candle. I think it is.
Walls hold secrets.
I'm pretty sure that one's picking it up as well.
Cool. So
Pretty sure it is.
What was that? Was that a...
What is that?
Don't know.
It's a bird, I think.
Why would... I don't think so.
That's inside.
What's inside?
What the f?
What's that?
man that you actually see in the video, his name is Drew, and he is the president of the Adelaide Lead school. So he's been there hundreds of times, and he had never ever heard anything like that from the school before until we rocked up. So we just happened to be in the right place at the right time. I don't know, call us lucky, but it was very, very cool. In the same video, we come to number 4, and this was in the abandoned morgue. Because of what it used to be, being an asylum. Thank you. I shit you not, I just heard footsteps. I'm not even joking, that wasn't even me. Dude, when I tell you, the whole area that we were in used to be an asylum and a hospital, and then it all got demolished except for that one room that you see me in. That was the old morgue where they used to keep the bodies. Clearly, because it used to be a morgue. I don't know why I had to emphasize that. However, it's crazy to me the fact that I was the only person there. Everyone else that was part of my team, including Drew himself, they were literally 500 meters away. That's not even an over-exaggeration. They were well away from me at the bottom of a hill. This morgue was at the top of a hill. It's like House on a Haunted Hill, but it's morgue on top of a haunted incline. Yeah, that works. Yeah, we'll stick with that. But while I was up there, I also heard this. Yeah, you're okay with that? Nah, there is bassy knocks coming from somewhere, and I can't figure out where it's coming from. Pretty creepy, right? Yeah, I couldn't exactly run anywhere. I couldn't see, and I had nothing on me in terms of a torch. It was literally pitch black. It looks light because of the infrared, but I promise you, there was nothing that I couldn't see shit. Coming into number 5, there is at least 2 other videos that we are adding to this list from this same location. Yeah, that's how crazy this location actually was for us. I still personally think it's the most active place that we have ever done. I highly recommend anybody going there. It was just crazy. But this was at the Shamrock Hotel. If you've seen our videos before, then you know that we are no strangers to Estes sessions. And that's what we decided to do at the Shamrock Hotel. And every time we did one, something crazy would happen. And this happens to be one of them.
So if there's anything evil
He killed.
or demonic in here, can you please let Jayden know by touching him? He doesn't mind. Okay. So just that touched.
Counter one out.
The weird thing is, I don't actually remember being touched while during that Estes session. We were given goggles by a Paranormal Adventures Australia that work the ghost tours there, and these goggles are literally painted over. You can't see anything, and the earpieces that we were wearing were completely noise cancelling, so there was no way I could have heard anything as to what anybody else was saying, and it was just nuts. This is at the same location, and welcome to number 6. Do you mind having a chat? Hey! Wow.
Do you want to do that again? Turn it off for us and on? Thank you.
No
Wow. 7.
Can you turn it back on, please?
Here.
Okay. Is that you, James? Can you do that again? Oh man, I got goosebumps.
Megalodine? What the fuck?
No way. So are we talking to a
Is this James?
is this James? Can you ding the bell twice if it is you, James? 1, 2.
Wings.
When this happened, you can literally see the excitement in mine and Bowley's face. Poor Caleb is literally just sitting there not knowing what the hell is going on. By the way, this was the first time that we actually brought out this equipment. We had never used it on any investigations prior. I literally got it the day before we rocked up to this location. Same location, going to number 7. Someone committed
Bodies.
Wow. How many?
Hid them.
In the room.
Thieves.
The money and the gold and drugs.
Are you talking about...
Is this that entity that lives at the end of the hallway?
As mentioned earlier on in the video, Caleb and myself did not disclose any information about the history of this location to anybody before attempting the investigation. Rachel would have never known of the secrets that were kept behind the door in the end room.
They've had guns hidden, gold, bodies and money.
I'm starting to feel like it's hard to breathe in here.
Christ.
Is that just me?
Yeah, no, I'm getting that too.
When we were doing a walkthrough and getting the history of the location, which none of us had researched before we even rocked up, because we wanted to make sure that we knew nothing going into it and knowing something when walking out. That's how we roll. We like to investigate properly. When Caleb and I were doing the walkthrough and getting the history with Raven and Sarah, we made sure that the rest of the team were actually downstairs ordering dinner. We were actually up there for about 25 minutes and we told them, oh, it would just be a 10-minute walkthrough, but there was so much history, so many cool things to learn about the place. Literally, the place is just thriving in some incredible history and documentation of some of the things that did happen at the Shamrock Hotel. But this is where it gets really, really interesting. Believe it or not, but this was not the first thing that actually happened that night. If you go back and watch the video, there was so much more that happened that was relative to all the information that we did get. Hospital 3 at the Point Nepean quarantine station. The quarantine station actually happens to be one of the most haunted hospitals in Victoria. It was absolutely insane when we rocked up. The start of the night was a little bit quiet, but it developed into something quite good as the later it got. But when this happened, this was crazy, and it just proved to us that the quarantine station was definitely haunted.
And if you are the doctor, turn it back on the count of 3. 1.
How?
How? Figure it out. 1, 2, 3.
No way.
There is no way. That was way too perfect. Not only did the candle happen, but we also had this happen as well.
So after I go, so I'll go dirt, 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 and you go on your side, bam, bam. We'll wait a few seconds. I'll do it again. You guys don't complete it, and I want to see if someone does. You guys ready? Mm-hmm.
What made this phenomenon weird is the fact that it was so audible and loud on our end of the hospital as opposed to Caleb and Bowley's. Coming in at number 9, this location was absolutely amazing to do. I genuinely enjoyed being there. Some of the evidence that we walked out with was absolutely incredible. I haven't released the video yet, so this is a good thing for you guys to watch. The people that actually hooked us up with the location happen to be in this video. Their names are Alicia and Kane. I am very grateful to them for hooking us up with being able to investigate the Friars Town School. They've actually investigated this place a few times, and when I say a few times, I mean a lot. They basically live around the corner from the place, so they're there every other day. And they suggested to us we should try the balloon method. And naturally we were like, hell yeah dude, that's sick. And this is what happened.
Whatever it is, it's like I don't like it.
Whoa. That's
what the f***? That's going straight for Jayden.
oh my god.
Earlier on in the actual video, all the balloons actually move on command, and we also mentioned like the colors, and they ended up moving the colors that we mentioned out loud, which was actually really, really cool as well. Coming in at lucky number 10 was probably the funniest thing that I've actually ever seen, but also one of the most craziest things that we've ever captured as well. Now keep in mind, from 1 to 10, there is no scale of how scary or how intense it is. This is just a cool list. But coming in at number 10 is when we were at the old Nuns Convent in St. Arnaud.
Can I just get behind Jayden if that's alright, guys?
Whoa! Whoa!
The door closed on you?
Yeah, that was hard. I got that on court.
Oh,
That was
living
foreign
shit out of
too.
me. That was also pushed from the doorstop as well.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Did you get that on camera?
Yeah,
you did.
Nice. Are you alright? Oh, my heart's racing about a million miles an hour right now, but whew.
It's like it didn't want you to come in here.
No, it's like as if it was something was stopping me from coming into this room.
That's mental.
That's actually nuts.
I actually want to see that back in the footage now.
And there's nothing behind there, like we don't know. Like, that's messed up.
No, who would have been behind there to do that? Honestly, everyone just walked in. Who was that?
Feel my heart, like actually feel my heart.
You alright? You never get scared either. Holy crap.
I jumped because the door smacked me.
Usually at most locations we like to do a walkthrough and just get a vibe of the place and see what works and what doesn't in specific areas. But when we do walkthroughs, we don't really take equipment with us whatsoever. But it doesn't mean that nothing paranormal is not going to happen. And this is exactly what happened. So there you have it, top 10 of our crazy paranormal evidence so far. If you like some of these videos and you'd like to watch some compilations, please let us know in the comments. We can do more videos like this, but please stay tuned. We are trying to get out there and film more locations. We have 2 coming up soon, which is going to be really, really exciting for us. We're going to film them, edit them, and then release them to the public as soon as they're done. But if you really like this video and you like the cut of our jib, please consider liking, subscribing, and comment on what your favorite part of this compilation was. And as always, stay prepared to be scared. Peace out.